weird fucking guys. You're doing a manly thing, and you're a fucking dork.
I've got my lightsaber wearing my Pokemon hat today. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Wow, you're a real Renaissance man, you know that?
Goddamn man-child.
What a fucking dork.
Yeah. But he's our dork.
This is not for children.
Man children.
Mm-hmm.
It's for man children.
Yep.
Johnny.
Yeah, buddy.
Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
So the listeners don't know how we do this, but we haven't actually seen each other.
About 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, we do bulk recordings and then we just leave each other's lives for a few weeks.
Yeah, man. Ain't seen you in a hot minute.
Hot minute. Got some of them hot nicks. That's what they used to say in the 90s.
What's that? What's a hot nick?
It's like a fucking bag of weed or something. I don't know.
Oh, a nickel bag.
Yeah. How was your Christmas, man?
It was all right.
Yeah, did you do anything cool? No? Did you cook anything cool?
I didn't.
Yeah?
And Suzanne cooked. My brother cooked.
So, dude, as an Italian fella, my in-laws, I laughed because I like vaguely knew about Seven Fish prior to meeting them.
Mm-hmm.
And then meeting my wife many, many years ago, she says, "Oh, it's Christmas Eve. We're going to go over to my mom's for Seven Fish." And I was like, is that like a Catholic thing or like what? And I didn't want to be a dick and be like, well, you're not Italian, so why are you doing that?
Right.
Like, but this is the thing.
That sounds like a good idea. I guess we'll do it.
Well, so dude, I love seafood, so I was like, fuck yeah, man, let's culturally appropriate this motherfucker, you know?
Right.
So we did, And anyway, this year we do it every year, and now I partake in it. So I did salmon over linguine with this lemon, like lemon cream sauce that I make. I'm getting fucking good, John.
Yeah.
I'm getting real fucking good.
Now, they don't do traditional Seven Fishes. They just have like a big seafood dinner.
Nah, they do.
The traditional Seven Fishes is fucking brutal.
Yeah, I heard.
I mean,
is
as far as
branzino
preparation
good?
goes,
Like, I know that.
Yeah, that's okay. It's a flaky fish.
Yeah. But I know some of the other ones are like little anchovies and like all kinds of
like smelts and bacala. Bacala is not bad, but the preparation of bacala sucks.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like 3 days it sits out and it's salted and your house smells like fish and we never did it.
We do like modern flounder,
we
fried
would do
flounder and
fish.
I bring
seafood
salmon.
Dinner. Yeah.
I did these scallops wrapped in bacon.
Yeah, that sounds good.
With some Old Bay, like dry rub Old Bay on it,
and
then some fucking teriyaki sauce.
Yeah,
right on top of that
good.
bad boy. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I like scallops.
Me too.
I like making I make a lot of shrimp and linguine sometimes.
Yeah.
But sometimes we'll put scallops in there too, so it'll be like shrimp and scallops and like a scampi linguine.
Yeah.
Really good.
Dude, is this our food episode? Is this the one we've been wanting to do?
I've
been wanting to do.
I've been learning to like not say that anything is any kind of episode because you never fucking know.
Because I throw you curveballs?
Yeah.
Because then I'll be like, dude, how about them aliens?
Dude, we've had ones where it's just like goes off and it's like, they were talking about this a minute ago and now they're talking about this and now.
Dude, so I'm watching, listen, I'm going to do it to you right now. So I'm watching this show about Skinwalker Ranch. You ever heard about that?
No.
So
I've heard the term, but I can't place what it's about.
I think it's in like the northeastern corner of Utah.
Does it have something to do with aliens?
Yeah, I don't know. Nobody fucking knows. It's like the big claim to fame is that a lot of paranormal shit happens on this particular ranch. And they think that it, like, some people say that it's from when the Native American tribes were back there. There was like this feud between these two tribes. And the one tribe cursed the other tribe that took over the land. So they claim that that's where the skinwalkers, which is like this mystical creature that can like shapeshift. But now in modern times, they're like theorizing that there's been a lot of UFO sightings. The government was doing a lot of investigations on the land at one point. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, I'm watching the show, and in real time, you're seeing weird shit happen. But it's also like, I don't know, I'm such a skeptic that sometimes I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? I don't know. It just seems like you're seeing weird shit, but it's not like a fucking alien came down and was like, E.T. phone home. You know, like it's not, you didn't like, you know, it's like.
It's all like left to interpretation.
Yeah, kind of.
It's all,
you know.
Yeah, none of it is like concrete evidence of anything.
So they're like, they're like, oh, these cows used to get like mutilated, but there would be no blood under them. So the guy who's doing this whole docu-series thing is there, and they're like, oh man, this little alpaca got attacked. And we have like this weird footage they can't really see. First of all, you brought livestock to this fucking ranch. How come you didn't point a camera directly at the fucking animal to see, like, oh, did something happen here? No, dude. They got this weird-ass camera angle that's like 90% of the fucking screen is like grass in the way. And they're like, oh, yeah, well, right over there, this little fuzzy, blurb. We think that's where the monster was that they tried to kill this fucking alpaca. So everything they're showing you doesn't really look like that unusual. The one cow just fucking died. It was just like laying on its side, like, fucking heart attack, passed out, died. And they're like, oh, I don't know. When you look at the video footage of the cow dying, there's a black dot in the middle of a blue sky right above it.
It's just that everything is about just creating doubt in your mind or something.
Yeah, it's like, listen, I'm sure weird shit happens. Sometimes you always think like weird shit happens everywhere, though. But it's like, the shows are always so funny because they always try to like draw this like dramatic, like, oh my god, look, and if we stop the frame directly here, there's a black dot on the screen, which could be a fly, but it could also be a UFO.
Right.
You know, like,
there's never like any conclusive anything.
Yeah.
It's just all speculation.
Yeah.
It's all entertainment, man.
I don't know. It just seems, it's just comical to me. You know? Yeah.
Yep.
Unless the aliens are controlling the whole thing and they're doing it just to like, like dupe us. They're like, see, maybe they're hiding in like plain sight.
Nah,
maybe the aliens
people
are
out there wondering, so there's content out there for you to watch.
Yeah, but maybe the aliens are making the content to make us doubt.
I doubt it.
It's like what do they call that? Like a double negative.
Yeah.
You don't think so? You don't think aliens?
Nah, I think if there were aliens that were that fucking intelligent and had that much, why the fuck would they waste their time with us?
You don't think that there's like people walking around and inside their skull is like this little tiny alien
no, I don't.
with like remote,
yeah,
like you ever seen the controls for like a backhoe or a fucking crane, like in Men in Black, like his skull
SpongeBob,
lifts,
fucking plankton, he sits in, right. No, I don't think that at all.
And the guy's just up there fucking just doing his job, man. Yep. He's drinking a Starbucks fucking slushy or some shit.
Nope.
This fucking heat is going, man.
I don't believe in anything, man.
You don't believe in anything?
Not really.
What do they call that? A nihilist? Is that what it is?
I don't really even classify myself as that.
No?
Yeah, I just don't believe in like anything that I can't.
You don't give a fuck about nothing.
If I can't see it or touch it, or there's not a real scientific explanation for it, I almost just like, yeah, right, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that just makes you pragmatic. I'm kind of like that.
Yeah.
I'm open-minded. Listen, I think anything's possible.
Right.
But I think that, you're going to have to show me the money first.
Right.
I'm not, I don't know. I was talking to some Jehovah's Witnesses the other day, and I just kept thinking, like, dude, why do you think you, like, have the answer? Like,
right. Right.
There's like 50 fucking thousand variations of Christianity alone.
Yep.
That's just Christianity. That's not the other fucking religions, But you're like, dude, we got it. We
Yep.
have the fucking answer right here, man.
And you're so confident of it.
Dude, they're just like, I don't know, man. But all religions, when I talk to them, they all have like that same like, no, dude, we got it figured out. You know,
I think it just comes down to what you individually makes your life easier to fucking live, or what it gives you a guideline that you are in agreement with. Like, it's just comes down to you, right?
I think it's well, you know what annoys me about religions is the human aspect of it is always corrupt.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I know this is going to sound rough at first, but please hang in there. But, like, dude, I'm driving down 420, and I see this church that I've seen my whole life, and now all of a sudden it's got, like, a big old gay trans flag right on the front of it, and I'm like, dude, I have nothing against gay or trans people. I sincerely don't.
But you've had something against it forever.
Yeah, the church is full of shit because... Dude, in big, bold letters on the commandments or one of, like...
Or whatever, yeah, I know what you mean.
In the fucking Bible it says many, many times the perversions and, like, you know, sodomy and all this stuff.
Because like, now it's like, now even the Pope is, like, kind of bending his like, stance on it. And it's like, the Catholics have always... Dude, they were brutal about it. Yeah.
They'll fucking kill you for being
I
gay.
wouldn't go that far, but...
I don't... Listen, I'm not going to go... I will go that far, because a few years ago, you know, like 100 years ago, dude, it was like...
Oh, yeah.
Well, they would have fucking hung you from a goddamn... and lit your body on fire, you know? But
I'm saying, like, it's like... all this time you've been against it. And
it's a money grab, man.
Right.
It's a money grab.
And now it's like, nah, you know what? We got to bend our stance on that a little bit because... Yeah, dude, like, I'll always think, like, the Catholic Church is just a big business.
Yeah.
It's a huge business.
Well, even the little ones around here, like that church that I'm talking about, like, to me, the moment your numbers start dropping, all of a sudden, you know, like...
we're going to be a little bit more welcoming to this part of the community, and...
I think it's fucking bullshit.
It is like, bullshit, dude. It's all... it all, like... I don't know. It's just like when it comes to religion, like people look to that as like a guide, like, and that's great. If you feel like you want to have a relationship with God or whatever you think is out there, and it makes you a better person, and you know, like I'm not going to shit on anybody for that.
So I think that one of the biggest problems in our modern society is the lack of morality, and I do think that religion fills that void.
Yeah.
So, like, my kids are going to private school because I do believe, not that I believe they need to, like, shun gays or nothing like that. That's not how I think. I really think that it's more about teaching my kids manners, being polite, saying sorry, admitting you did something wrong, you know, not thinking that the whole world has to bend to your will, you know, like, you know, dude, it doesn't matter what your, you know, ethnic group is or your sexual preference or whatever, your gender. None of that shit matters. It's really about being nice to each other. And I feel like outside of non-religious households are really lacking in the morality department. And that's where, like it's kind of like, well, how do you explain that to a kid?
Right.
You know, once upon a time, the Catholic Church is the greatest example. Dude, they just put fucking fear into you and guilt. Yeah. Like, even my wife, I joke with her sometimes about, like, this guilt. I'm like, do you feel guilty about everything? Why the fuck are you doing that? Like, dude, you should admit that you're wrong, but you shouldn't walk around, like, feeling ashamed. Like, dude, who the fuck cares? All right, we're moving on here, man. Yeah, I made a mistake. All right, fuck it, let's go.
No,
you know?
I mean, I was raised Catholic. I went to Catholic school.
I knew there was something wrong with you.
Well, no, I mean, and it was like, like you're saying, there was that element of, like with the people that I went to school with, like to this day, there's still this communal feeling that we have with each other.
Yeah.
And we're still close with each other and all this stuff. But at the same time, I don't agree with anything.
Sure.
That the religion taught me. I mean, I agree with the way that they taught us to treat each other.
Yeah, yeah.
And, so like those basic guidelines are still there, but the stuff that we were like questioning the whole time, like, why do we believe that? What? Why do we
So
think
I don't.
that?
Let me ask you a question.
Like
Since,
mysteries, if something says it's a mystery of your faith,
yeah.
that means you have no fucking basis for it whatsoever.
Hey, so how
know?
about this? How about why is Christmas on the 25th and not on the 31st or the 1st of January? Like,
I have no fucking idea.
I don't understand that. If the calendar started with the birth of Christ,
Right.
then it's
Isn't
the
that the
fucking
New
1st
Year,
of
right?
January. That's when the
Yeah.
fucking calendar
Listen,
started.
Bro, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And you know,
We're
like,
fucking 6
you
days
get
late
into,
to
like,
the party,
the history
man.
of all this stuff and like where the pagan stuff with as far as with the like Christmas trees and things like that. Like these are all like rituals that I think they like melded the shit together. I don't know, and I don't care
Because it goes back to even then.
Right.
Christianity was occurring, and they were trying to spread it to those fucking pagan
And the heathens
and the Celtics and the
Right.
all these barbarians. And what they did is the same thing they're doing right now. Is they were like, we gotta
acclimate to you a little bit.
we gotta take
like,
some of your traditions.
and
Listen, you could still put a Christmas tree in your fucking living room.
as
and-
long as you show up and you throw a little bit in the plate. for us.
yeah, just put something in that donation pile. Put a little
I mean,
chip
it was
of silver.
Look, my dad was like crazy when it came to the Catholic Church. Like he hated. I mean, he threw a priest out of our house one time. I think I already told you this story once on the show.
Yeah.
Like he threw a drunk priest out of the house. And
A drunk priest?
The priest was drunk. He came to the
Well,
house.
maybe your dad was justified then.
Well, he came to the house. My sister was fucking wild. We used to sell these raffle tickets every week, and you would get like a discount on your tuition for selling these raffle tickets. It all comes down to.
Wait, where are these raffle tickets at? I'll sell some fucking raffle tickets.
This was
'cause we're
this was
paying
a
a bill
weekly
right
thing. This was a weekly thing that we did, and every Sunday we'd go to the auditorium and they would like pull a name out. Somebody would win fucking $700. Somebody would win $150. Whatever the fuck,
Huh.
And you would get a discount on your tuition because obviously.
Yeah, you're raising money.
Every fucking kid in the neighborhood selling these tickets, you're giving out $700. How much money are you fucking pocketing?
Dude, isn't
You know
it
what I mean?
crazy that the church got away with gambling? That's
Yeah,
all
it's
that
basically-
is.
that's all it is.
It's
That's-
fucking gambling.
Yeah, it's
you know?
gambling. Yeah, it's like running numbers.
How come they don't give out loans? They
Well,
should give out loans.
My sister was fucking wild.
Yeah.
And she just never fucking adhered to anybody's rules. And, my sister would go sell her raffle tickets.
And pocket the money.
And pocket the money. She was just fucking crazy.
I like
that.
it.
She
I
was
like
wild.
it.
And, they caught on to it. And the priest came to the house to confront my father about it. He was drunk. And my dad didn't like priests to begin with. He fucking picked him up by the tunic and threw him right out of the fucking house. And I remember one time he went to confession, and they said he couldn't do his confession because he wasn't married in a church, and he'd have to come get married in a church, and all this. And he was like, "Fuck you!" And I could hear him yelling at a priest in the confessional, like all this shit. Like it's like you can't be a decent person unless you do this, and this. And I never agreed with that. Like I just feel like God doesn't care. If God is real, He does not give a fuck about how much money you have or how much money you spent or anything like that.
Or buying your way out of your sins.
Yeah,
which
you
is something
can't
the
buy your
Catholics-
way out of your sins.
Catholics
right.
used to do that, man.
That's
back in the day.
basically what they were asking him. And then, it was a sin for him to have not been married in the church. And it's like, get the fuck out of here,
So my wife is Catholic. Now my children are baptized Catholic. Genevieve goes to a Catholic school. And at one point we had a death in the family, which was like pretty monumental. It was kind of like had me in my thoughts, and I still kind of wrestle with this idea of dude, I'm the only non-Catholic in our family, and I've considered going and
making your sacraments and becoming a
Yeah,
Catholic.
just because dude, I'm an old school romantic, and I believe that my wife and I should be together even in the afterlife. So I'm talking to my wife about it, and my wife is she's she's a Catholic only on the holidays, and even then it's I don't know. I don't.
Listen, most Catholics I know, they go
Yeah.
to church when somebody dies and when somebody gets married.
That's pretty much it,
Yeah.
So I'm asking her about it, and I'm like, do you think that maybe I should do this? And she's like, no, I don't think so, man. I think when we all die,
Yeah, I think
we're all going to the same place.
Exactly.
You know?
That's my thing. Is like whatever your version of it is.
Yeah.
In the end, isn't it all the same God?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like whether you believe that it's Buddha, Allah, Jesus, whatever. Like
I think it's a stack of pancakes that talk.
yeah,
you know?
like in the end, if it's a real thing, if
with
there is a
googly
God,
eyes, with googly eyes.
do you think there's a different God for every person? There isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like at the same time, it's like, is there really even?
Yeah.
You know, like it's a construct that maybe we just came up with that makes it easier for us to.
I think it's aliens, dude. Let's go back to the
No, it's not
Skinwalker
aliens,
Ranch,
bro.
man.
It's not aliens.
You don't think there's like a super smart alien that was like, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to fuck this planet and impregnate it with little dumbass humans?
Nope. I don't think that at all.
Oh, man. Dude, I love just how crazy everybody is right now.
Yeah.
You can watch TV and it's just mindless, crazy shit.
I've been watching some crazy shit.
Really? Let's get into this.
Watching some crazy. I never knew about this.
John, how bad did you miss these conversations? I fucking missed you, buddy.
Yeah, I know, I missed you too. But dude, and I've been like when I say I'm a curmudgeon,
this guy
I've literally have been getting up, going to work, coming home, laying in my bed. Like I've been sick for 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah, but your hair looks good. You combed your hair this morning.
It. Yeah, I have enough hair now that I can comb my hair. So I comb my hair now. Anyway.
All right, let's hear it. What kind of crazy TV shows?
I was watching HBO. HBO is great at making like little fucking documentary series that just are like, what the fuck?
Okay.
All right, I never knew about this.
Okay, let's hear it.
There's a chick that she started like little online videos.
Okay.
And she claimed that she was God, right? And it was called, and people like out there that are listening have probably already seen the documentary or they already knew about it.
I haven't seen it. I'm going to go watch it right now.
It's fucking crazy. It's crazy.
I'm going to do this. You know what? I am God.
Now,
I'm the guy.
This was called, what's the fucking thing? Love Has Won. Okay?
Really?
That's the name of this fucking group, this cult, whatever. It was called the Love Has Won, whatever the fuck. And this chick, she fucking just basically up and left her entire family, her kids, her mother, her sisters.
Fuck them kids.
Just deserted them.
Well,
deserted them.
she's a feminist. She doesn't have to be tied down to a man or children.
She was a manager at a McDonald's, right? She's out to dinner with her family one night, gets up and leaves the dinner, and is never seen again.
Really?
She just deserts everybody.
Were they eating at McDonald's? She was like,
oh, no,
I'll get you an extra Big Mac.
I have no idea. But she ends up getting together with some old man who like lives in a trailer somewhere.
Nice.
And he was Father God and she was Mother God.
Oh, yeah, I know about these two.
You know about these two? Okay. And then she kind of branches off and does her own thing. She's making all these videos talking about like every fucking thing in the world.
Didn't they start something and then a bunch of their followers killed themselves or something?
No. This is different. So she basically gets tired of this old guy, and she finds another guy, and now he's Father God. And then she finds another guy, and he becomes Father God. But by this point, they end up in like Colorado in his house.
Yeah.
And she's got about like, I don't know, upwards of maybe like 20 to 30 people that come and live with her. And they're basically a cult. They all think she's God.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's just an alcoholic, fucking drunk bitch, just getting fucked up all day long and yelling at them. And she's like, she's got this eating disorder. There's these chicks that live stream every fucking day and they're talking about this stuff. And
oh, wait, so this is like a recent
this is
thing.
Dude, this was like 2020.
Really?
Yeah, like not that long ago. And then like these two chicks are, and oh my God, the one girl is so beautiful.
Huh.
So beautiful. And you're just like, that's the thing is like I'm watching and I'm like, really? Like why the fuck? Like what is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? And then eventually she meets this fucking crazy motherfucker and makes him like the Father God. And this guy is fucking uncomfortably crazy.
Really?
Like a menace to society.
I love it,
like
man.
a
I can't
meth
wait
head,
to watch this.
Like he's like on meth. They fucking get up and they go to like California.
Yeah.
To get away from him. And like he has like 11 cents in his pocket and figures out a way to get there, and they reunite. And
he only needed 10, you know?
Dude, this guy's fucking wild.
I like
wild. And I think he's still out there. So anyway, here's how,
I think he's still
this
out
is how
there.
it ends. Okay?
He's my neighbor.
So they're selling like these products online, like fucking home remedies and self-help products and shit like that. And there's this thing called colloidal silver that they think has like some kind of health benefit if you ingest it. So she's drinking this colloidal silver, like a heavy metal, like liquid metal.
Really?
She's drinking this on top of being anorexic, on top of binge drinking and being an alcoholic day in and day out. So her body starts to shut down.
Yeah.
Her organs start to fail, all this stuff. And I think like the whole gimmick of her is she can feel the pain of everybody around her. So everybody's believing that what's happening to her body is a result of this power to kind of have this empathy for everybody kind of thing.
Yeah.
But in reality, she's fucking poisoning herself. So eventually she dies. And they're traveling from like... Oh, I missed one thing. They go to Hawaii at one point.
Okay.
And she claims that she's Pele, the fire god. And the people of Hawaii lose their fucking shit. They're like rioting in the streets. They're breaking fucking windows. They're protesting. They're getting her the fuck out of there. Like
really?
that. It's crazy. But you have to watch the documentary. You have to watch it. And then, so eventually this chick dies, right? And they're traveling around with her body. Like, they're going from California back to Colorado. They go back to the house in Colorado. The dude there who, like, the house was in his name, calls the police and was like, they showed up with a body. They basically mummified her fucking body in a sleeping bag.
They showed up with her body.
Listen, man.
They got a dead chick.
They wrapped her up in like a sleeping bag. They fucking had like Christmas lights all wrapped around her.
Nice.
In this room. They laid her in a bed.
Make it festive.
They removed her eyes.
Nice.
So when the cop comes in, the very first scene of the documentary is the cop's body camera.
Really?
The body cam. And he's like going through the house, and he goes over and he like pulls the sleeping bag down from her face, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" And this is the first thing you see is her dead fucking body, you know. And she's all blue, like dude, she's blue up until the time she dies from drinking the fucking silver. Like her skin has turned blue. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I highly recommend that you take 3 hours out of your life and watch this fucking series, dude.
I'm in. Dude.
My mind was fucking blown. And not only was your mind blown at like just the concrete evidence of what happened, throughout the entire thing they're interviewing the people that are members of this cult,
and they're fucking dumb as shit.
They're crazy as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
They still believe that she's God.
Yeah.
Like they're still on it. Now they're like branched off into like different groups and doing this shit.
Nice.
And you're just like, I am so fucking cut off from the world, I think, sometimes that I don't even realize how crazy humans really are. And it's like, this is fucking nuts. Like, we're sitting here talking about how people, like, acclimate to religions a certain way.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, and, like, that's a human thing. It's to be tribal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but to just lose all sense
I think it's really the absence of like Christianity.
I will never not be
not
somebody who can think for himself.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like I'm never not going to be like there's always going to be this stubbornness about me.
Yeah.
That says no, I need to question that. You know what I mean?
But I think it's also because you and I grew up in an environment where
you have to protect yourself.
It's competitive and it's dangerous. So we're like
you got to be like this
animals.
self-contained unit.
Yeah.
That just goes, no, you know what? I agree with this, but I don't agree with that, and I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to.
If I had to guess, I would say a lot of those people that fall into those occult-like, I think they come from like middle class or upper middle class.
The one girl
families.
was like this beautiful girl who had children, and she's just fucking nuts. And I'm just like, fuck. Her mother came and took the kids from her and all that. And you're just looking at her and you're like, why? What are you doing, girl?
Yeah.
What the fuck? And then the other girl that does the live streams, I mean, I couldn't tell you that I've seen a prettier girl.
Yeah.
Like, and not that pretty matters, but like, just to hear her talk, the way that she's like, she can like, the way that her thought process is, it's like, you're intelligent. You're beautiful. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, but they're missing something. They're missing either the communal feeling or maybe that sense of a higher power.
Well, they do touch on, like, this girl had, like, some history in her family of, like, she was abused by, I think, like, a step-parent or something like that, like, got her, and then she ends up being this crazy alcoholic who thinks she's God. And, like, people are fucking following her, and they're calling her Mother God. And, oh, dude. Oh man, you gotta watch this.
Yeah.
She also has this idea of like this fucking intergalactic council.
Yep.
That are just celebrities.
Yeah.
Robin Williams.
Okay.
Donald Trump's part of it.
Nice.
It's usually celebrities that are dead, but Donald Trump is the only living celebrity on her council.
Okay, I can see that.
Dude, you gotta fucking see this shit, dude. You gotta see this shit. I can't believe I didn't know that this was going on.
So I think COVID spurred a lot of shit because I watched it. So what happened is I saw this TikTok with this little fucking Irish kid, that is living on this compound that they call the Garden, and I was like, dude, because I'm a libertarian. A lot of libertarians are like, kind of like hermits, There's a lot of us out there that are like. They kind of want to like live off the grid, So like, and I gravitate towards that type of thinking, but there's so many crazies. And I also know that I'm too materialistic. I'm not a minimalist. Look around this fucking room. My kids have every toy that they can imagine. There's shit laying over there.
I'm becoming less and less like that for some reason.
I love the idea of being a minimalist,
I don't
but
really
I know
think
that I'm not.
I'm not trying to be a minimalist.
Yeah.
It's just getting to this point where I'm so disenchanted with everything. Where it's like, I don't need this. I don't want it.
So this Irish kid is posting these TikToks during COVID about, hey, we have this place, this plot of land that we live on. Everybody's welcome to come down here, and the principle is it's like a utopian, no money society. Everybody contributes. You help with the gardening. You help fix things. You help build houses, whatever. And originally it was in Tennessee, and then they moved over to Missouri. But too many people showed up. There was like crazies showing up out of nowhere, and just like, hey, I'm gonna live here now in a camper, and like. So then they made a little docuseries about it called The Garden, and I'll have to find the link and I'll send it to you. But it's like. There's this debate about whether it's an occult or is it just a community of like free-spirited people. And like there's the one main guy that kind of started the whole thing who's kind of quiet was a kid of some occult. He was a kid that grew up in some occult that was like pretty notorious, and I think it was the Children of the Rainbow or something like that, or like there was like this notorious occult, and I think a bunch of them killed themselves. And anyway, this kid now is an adult. He's our age, and he starts this new little thing called The Garden. And he's, like he seems to be like the only one that's relatively like, he said, listen, dude, it's just a community. There's no drinking, there's no drugs, there's no crazy shit here. We're not doing like ceremonies and cutting fucking goats up. Like, dude,
right.
I just want to live here off the grid, which I understand. And but the problem is there's people showing up that are fucking nuts.
Right.
You get some people that show up that are like, oh, I've never done anything like this before, and then they're like kind of manipulating the other people and like doing weird shit, and like I don't know, man. Anytime I see groups like that showing up, I go the other way. I think you fucking scare me. You're just too crazy. You're too fucking crazy. Groups of people are the worst thing in the world.
Individuals, it's like George Carlin says. You love to meet people on an individual basis. They're fascinating. Yeah. But when people get together in groups, they become dangerous.
Well, and that's how you get that mob mentality. Like, so even when people talk about the mob. What is the mob? Well, first of all, the mob
That's just a word that we've given to something that really, that nobody, if you're in a mob or a mafia, you don't acknowledge the existence of something like that. That's not what you do. That would defeat the purpose of having this mob or mafia.
So I mean, even that, like that thinking of like an organization, or I always think that like the television always ultra sensitize, like they
Sensationalize.
Sensationalize is the word I was looking for. They always like put this glory to it, and this whole like, oh, all these Italians, they all like, you know,
Not
fucking,
all, no,
dude.
not
first
all.
of all, that's so silly to me because
Yeah.
I'll tell you, even if you look through history and like the real, you have criminals.
They're not acknowledging it. They
Well, you
don't
have
acknowledge
criminals, and a lot of them were not Italian. You had
Right.
you had Jews, you had Irish guys, you even had African Americans that were.
it. Associate it.
Dude, it doesn't. There's no such thing as like. So, but the problem is what I'm getting from is the group problem is mob-like thinking, or a group of people can flip so easily because everybody's. It's a fucking echo chamber. If I said something and we're all standing in a group together and we all agree kind of on the same thing, if I say, that fucking house over there's got a pedophile in it, we should burn it to the ground. And, like, it's going to bounce around in this group, and then we're all going to lose our fucking minds, and then we're going to go burn some house to the ground. And then afterwards, the cops are going to arrest us, and then they're going to say, dude, that's not the pedophile. That's not the guy. You burnt the wrong fucking house down, you idiots. You know? And then all of a sudden, everybody's like, oh, I don't even know how this happened. It happened because you're a bunch of fucking idiots that don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
And that's mob-like thinking, or the herd mentality, and it's. I agree with you. Be an individual. Think for yourself. Look at the fucking, look at the evidence.
Look at all sides of it.
Yeah.
Don't look at just one thing and go, yeah, that's, like, are you so lonely that you just need to be a part of something without disagreeing with it?
So
Like,
some
that's
people
the
might
feeling
get.
I get out of it.
Yeah, dude. Some people listen. I'm gonna say this, and I have friends, and I'm not trying to step on anybody's dick here, but dude, if you're over 30 fucking years old and you join a biker gang,
Yeah.
dude, get the fuck out of my face.
You don't
with
need
that
to be
stupid
like
shit,
it's okay if you like that kind of culture or you're into your biker. You have friends but like why do you have to like have a group that has like a uniform or whatever? And it's like, dude, what do you do? Like we're grown ass people, but whatever, man. That's what people want to do. That's what they want to do.
I think what they should do is go home to their wife and children, and you guys can all wear the same flannels on Christmas morning. That'll be your little uniform, okay?
Yeah, I don't subscribe to that kind of stuff.
I think so I don't belong to any major organizations because of the same thing. Like, listen, I'm a gun owner, and people will say, well, do you belong to the NRA? No, I don't. No. There is shit that they do that I think is totally distasteful.
Yeah, right.
You
like
know?
going to Columbine.
Yep.
Like, it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, yeah, if you're somebody who believes in owning guns, like, yeah, I believe in having a tool that I can protect my family with. It doesn't mean that I'm trying to acclimate to a group that says, Yeah.
I know this guy that I grew up with. And, dude, I always judge people so harshly, but it's like, dude, it's so corny to me that you're a 40-something-year-old man that just discovered guns, and, like, your whole social media feed
is now guns.
Is, like, you showing off this, oh, look at this that I bought this. Dude, you're a fucking dork.
Listen,
you
know
look
what,
like
man?
a scared little pussy to me.
Yeah.
That's what you look like. You're showing off your deadly object. Like, dude, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I'm not afraid. I have guns. I never fucking carry my guns with me because I don't need to. I'm not fucking scared. If something bad's gonna happen, I'm just gonna go away from the bad thing.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't need to I'm gonna be Wyatt Earp and pull my gun out and start fucking shooting people. I don't need to do that. I'm not a fucking hero, But anyway, we're getting off topic of the topic that we got off topic of.
I haven't been on Facebook.
Yeah.
In about 3 weeks.
And you feel good.
It feels great.
Yeah.
It feels fucking phenomenal. And I think part of it is just like when you're scrolling through there and you're reading people's stuff, you kind of feel whatever they're feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't feel great.
Yep.
And you kind of absorb that a little bit.
Dude,
and now and I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel for people.
Sure.
But
but there's a lot of unnecessary negativity out there.
Yeah, there is.
I'll tell you this. Me personally, since the new 2024 election is coming, I think that I'm subconsciously backing the fuck away.
Oh, yeah, because you're just going to get riled up.
I don't want to hear about it. I don't give a fuck at this point. Dude, if Trump wins, there's going to be a civil war. If Biden wins, there's going to be a civil war. I think there's going to be a fucking civil war no matter what.
Yeah.
Your best bet is to vote for somebody that neither one of them like, and then it'll really fuck everything up. But
I just don't understand how that's the only two options. Like,
dude, it's already starting to get crazy, and like
they both suck.
They both suck so bad, and neither side wants to acknowledge that this is like a bad idea.
Like, how do we not have anything
Don't tell me
better?
that you're pro-America if you're willing to fucking divide this country in half to prove that you're smarter and better, and that's both sides. Both sides think that.
Mm-hmm.
Neither one of them can acknowledge that, like, maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about,
right.
You know?
That's the whole point of having the two parties, is to kind of like
balance the equation.
Yeah, the like, here's two different points of view, let's meet somewhere in the middle.
I think they both think when my guy wins, we're going to kick the other people out of the country.
Right.
Like, I really think that's like the fucking subconscious thinking of like, no, we're going to change them. We're going to make them like us. You're gonna take stone cold, old school conservative Christians,
and you're gonna change them.
You're gonna make them Starbucks drinking, purple haired fucking liberals. Like, you think you're
right.
gonna, you know what, Grandpa? You're gonna change your thinking, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then the other way around is we're gonna convert these fucking gays back to straight. They're gonna love the pussy.
You're not going to. It's not gonna happen,
dude.
It's crazy.
Will you guys just shut the fuck up and leave each other alone, man?
That's really what it comes down to. That is exactly what it is. There's always going to be people that just want to be left the fuck alone.
That's me,
and
man.
there's always going to be people that don't want to leave you the fuck alone.
Dude.
And that's always going to be what it is.
So, back when Trump was in office, I knew some people on both sides that were just so crazy. I interviewed this guy, Sal, on Yardbird Tuna, that got out of prison, and he was a hard fucking Trumpy. Mm-hmm. But he was like a belligerent racist. Mm. And, dude, my thinking is I'm going to bring this asshole on the show, and I'm going to try to get reason out of him, like try to like understand his thinking a little bit. But he was so crazy. He was so caught up in this like propaganda, this culture of like,
right,
pro-America, we're gonna fuck them, we're just gonna make it better again, which is like this bull in a china shop theory. And then like, so there was that guy, but then through a friend of mine, I met this other young mixed black gentleman whose mom was white. He had a huge amount of resentment towards white people. Dude, he was belligerently racist the other way, And with him, I tried a little bit more to be a little more sympathetic for some weird reason, because I kept thinking, well, my kids are mixed. Is this something that, like, my kids are going to battle with, And I'm like, I kept trying to talk to the guy and, like, understand him too. And, dude, he ended up insulting me he insulted my wife. He said that I gaslighted my wife and tricked her into having children with us, and like basically accused me of being a racist. And I was like, all right, listen, at this point, I'm going to fuck you up when I see you, because, dude, you crossed a fucking serious line right now. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. You're the fucking crazy racist, and that was just too far, and I'm going to fuck you up if I see you. And I don't give a shit. This is public. I don't care if this is on our podcast. I still stand by this. You deserve a punch in the fucking face for saying what you said. Mm-hmm. And the same with the other guy, Sal. I had to cut him off. He got obsessively, like, that other guy was stalking me a little bit, and I had to threaten to fuck him up too. And like, dude, I'm fucking 40-something. I don't need to be getting in fist fights, but I also need both of you two crazy fucking assholes to shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't. They were like, hounding my social media and jumping in and making comments. That guy Sal made troll accounts to try and talk to me.
Wow.
And he would reach out and try to like, oh, hey, when are we going to do another episode? That was a lot of fun, right?
Never.
No, it wasn't fucking fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun because you are taking shit way too far and you think that we're fucking friends. We're not fucking friends. Mm-hmm. I'm not fucking friends with either one of you.
Right.
You know, I tried to understand you and you're too fucking crazy. So, that's, so here I am in the middle. Just wanting to be left the fuck alone.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You know?
I just leave me alone and let me fucking try to live my life. Life's hard enough.
Dude.
It's hard enough.
I'm raising kids, man. The kids are happy. We had a good Christmas. I'm just trying to navigate these crazy fucking waters so that my children have morals, but are also empathetic to other people, regardless if they're like us or not. You know?
Yeah.
Like, okay, they're gay, they're trans, whatever. They're fucking Muslim. I don't care who or where you're from. We may not do what you do. The problem is don't try to convince us that we need to do what you do, because I'm not going to do that. But I can be respectful. That's the best I could do for you. That's me, Chris Hunter. If I get fucking canceled by woke jerk-offs, I don't give a fuck at this point. But that's all I can do for you is just be respectful.
Yep.
I'm not you. I don't expect you to turn into me, but why do you keep thinking that I should turn into you? You know? We did that.
That was a wild one.
You done? You ready to go home and go back to bed?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't even know how long we've been at it.
We got like 46 minutes here.
Oh,
Listen. Dude, we started out talking about food, and then we
I
went
know.
off the fucking crazy train. You
I
know?
That's scary.
Yeah. What are you going to do for New Year's, man? You going to get all fucking crazy and wild, run around naked in your house? Just,
No.
you know, fucking, I don't know, fucking
me,
lather
man.
up with some fucking baby
my
oil,
birthday.
slide down the steps.
Tomorrow's my birthday, actually. New Year's my, I'll be 44.
No shit.
Yep.
44.
Yeah, man.
Fucking, look at you, man. You're a beautiful motherfucker, man.
Yeah, 44.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm not going to do shit.
No? I'm
Nothing.
going to stay up till midnight?
If, you
Dude,
know.
I'm going to try.
I don't stay up and, like, go out of my house and bang pots and pans or
Why
nothing.
not? Why
I just
not?
don't.
You're not a part of the mentality? You're not a part of the herd mentality?
I don't like New Year's, man. I don't like it. I don't like fucking mummers.
Dude,
I don't like any
mummers-
of this shit.
Mummers is so comical to me in the city of brotherly love with a gayborhood.
Right.
And yet we still have like construction, like big monster construction workers dressing up like trannies and running around drunk as fuck.
Dude, I have never liked the mummers a day in my life. I know there's people that love it. They get into it. It's their tradition. I fucking can't stand it.
I think it's silly, man. I just think it's fucking...
It is.
I think the whole thing is so abstract, like surreal.
It's really weird. Yeah, it's
Dude, it's
weird
surreal.
as fuck. That's strange.
So on what I guess on one of the other podcasts I did where we talked more about like politics and history and stuff like that, we tried to dive into what is the mummers. And I guess it started out back in the day. They used to celebrate New Year's and a bunch of guys would get drunk and run from house to house. And then it turned into them wearing women's clothing and like...
I mean, they're all out there dressed in like fucking... I don't know. They look like I don't know.
Like, they look like
rhinestone...
yeah, dude. Yeah.
You know,
and it's not even. It's
like Ric Flairs, like a
yeah.
bunch of Ric Flair looking motherfuckers out there dancing around, and you know, playing like stringed. And what's fucking bizarre to me is like they're out there playing these instruments. If you ever met any of these guys in life,
dude, they're brute.
They're fucking morons. They're
dude,
like
they're
like
cavemen.
dickhead dudes. They're like. They're like gruff, angry fucking dudes that have nothing between their ears, and they're like, and it's like, you play a banjo? What?
Dude.
Like, you know how to do that?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, man.
And they're fucking annihilated. They start drinking on Friday, and it's not until Monday. Dude,
yeah.
I know a few of them.
Oh, they are destroyed.
Dude, I know a few of them, and they start partying at fucking 3 a.m. or something like that. Like, they don't even stop. From New Year's all the way around the clock until the next morning when it's time to get on the bus, they are just fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me, dude. I think the whole...
Could you imagine you just drink like a fifth of like fucking Jack Daniels and you're like, put that silver paint on my face. Where's my top hat? You know? Give me my rhinestone jacket.
It blows my mind that it's never.
And then they're out there on the street fucking dancing. And
dude, they
playing
walk.
a
How
banjo.
far is it from City Hall all the way to like South Philly? Like, is it what's that? A mile? 2 miles?
Yeah, it's not. It's a few. Yeah.
Dude, but to
be drunk,
to be dancing and
Yeah.
playing a musical instrument.
Oh yeah, you gotta
drunk
you
as
gotta fucking
fuck.
spend some time on the treadmill prior to it. You gotta build that cardiovascular conditioning up.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, no, I'm not into it. I hate it.
Yeah,
I fucking despise it.
dude. And then like everybody goes down there to watch it, and it's like, what the fuck, man?
No.
This, my kids are there. Dude,
They're
I saw,
drunk. Yeah.
dude. Everybody on the street is drunk. We were there. Me and my wife went down there a few years ago just to like. We were fucking bored, and we were like, all right, let's go down there. We had to walk about 5 city blocks to get to the actual parade. 2 chicks were drunk as shit and flashed me and my wife, and I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, thank you, but like, I don't know, man. But this is supposed to be like a family thing.
Have you ever been flashed and like there's some scary titties? There's a lot of scary tits out there.
Really?
Yeah, man.
No, these were good-looking chicks.
Well, I mean, like, there's a lot of women out there that, like, bras do wonders.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
women.
yeah.
They do wonders.
Yeah.
Once that bra comes off.
Dude, are we transitioning
No,
into
I'm
titties?
just making a
nah,
fucking...
too late, man. Too late. Now we're talking
Too
about
late,
titties.
we're talking about tits now?
Dude, I love titties.
Yeah, we could have a short conversation about boobs.
We're not doing short, man.
Yeah.
We're not doing. We don't do short.
Yeah, I just like, dude, I remember when I was a kid one time, I was over a friend's house. This girl that I was friends with when I was a kid was like 12 years old. And, at that age, you love titties. You just love them.
Yeah.
And she lived right by, like, the projects. Right?
Okay.
So it's like she lived on this one street, and it was a regular residential street, and then there was the projects right there. All of a sudden, this giant fight erupts in this house in the projects, and people start spilling out of it. And this one chick comes out. I guess somebody got caught messing around or some shit, because this chick comes out topless.
Titties flying.
The titties were just flapping, like...
And you almost came. You saw
No,
me.
dude. I was, like, mortified, because I was like, I'm thinking titties are all nice.
Yeah.
At that age, I'm like, oh, I love titties.
How...
But
this is
chick
teenager?
comes out. No, she was like a woman, like a grown woman.
Okay.
And she comes out, man, and these titties were fucked up.
Really?
And they're like, she's running down the street, and the titties are fucking just
They're bouncing and smacking her in the chin and shit?
Yeah, they were whack. These
Really?
were whack fucking tits, bro. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was traumatized for a good day or so. I was like, fuck me.
So
What
I
the
have
fuck?
been in strip clubs, and I don't know why the girl was even in there. It blew my mind. But she had a lopsided tit.
Yeah, there's a lot of that out there, man.
And, dude, her areolas were like...
Missile titties?
No,
Like
they were
big
like...
ones?
They were like... they looked fucked up. They looked like the skin was all like...
Oof.
blotchy and like, dude, they were scary. And,
Yeah.
and like, I thought she had a boob job that went real bad, and I just kept thinking like, dude, why are you even in here? Why would you pull these motherfuckers out?
Well, that's what I mean.
What
It's
kind
like
of
there's-
creep is like, I want the one with the weird tits. I want to jerk off on
Well,
the
I
left
think some
titty.
people do like the reality of it.
Yeah.
Like you are so accustomed to seeing what you see.
Yeah.
So that when real life happens, you're like, oh, wow, this is what it's really, like I think there's an appreciation for that.
Man,
I do
definitely
feel that
think
way.
I definitely think fake titties, like big softball all the way up here on the top of her chest, fake titties
Are weird.
I think they're horrible.
Yeah.
I think it's just stupid looking.
Well,
like
what was somebody said to me one time? He was like, "They're not fake. If they exist, they're real."
nah, that's
But
I
I'm
can't
like,
do
nah,
it.
dude. If they're like, because to me, it's like a foreign object.
Yeah. They don't even feel real, and it's weird because some of them are so puffed up that they literally have wrinkles that go up to the areolas underneath,
right,
because they're literally
stretched.
Yeah, like it doesn't look natural. Now, I will say this, and hopefully my wife doesn't listen to this episode, but I dated a girl once upon a time. I thought her tits were fake, but there was no scars, and she probably
miraculous.
had, dude, the most perfect, like God came down and was like, your tits right here are going to be fantastic.
Some of them are just like so firm and shaped and like,
dude, they just
man,
stayed
these are,
up
like,
top. She
picture
could
perfect.
she could walk around probably for the rest of her life with no bra
That's
on.
so
and
strange.
Them motherfuckers will just stay right where they're at.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just like, dude, I want to just jizz all over these
And
things
I'm really
all
not
the
like
time.
a tit guy. Like I'm not. Like
I'm definitely a tit guy.
I mean, I like them. Don't get
I
me wrong.
appreciate titties.
I do appreciate them, yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the end all be all. It's not like if you got no titties and you just got like little.
Nah, I can't do that.
I'm cool. No,
Really?
I'm cool. I don't mind it at all.
Not me, man. Not me. No, I definitely know some chicks that have like itty bitties. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
liked
like,
it. I think it's like kind of sexy, you know.
So this is my thing, and maybe I don't know that maybe this is a part of.
I feel like those nerves are all bunched up in them tiny titties, and the girls are like, yeah, you know.
So I can't do chicks that are super skinny. Like to me, I don't like that.
I don't
at all.
mind that at all either.
Nah,
not
I-
like super skinny. I don't want like skin and bones.
Yeah.
but like I like tiny and petite. Yeah.
Nah, me personally, I can't do it. I can't
No?
do it. Yeah, they look young to me.
I don't think
you know?
like that.
I like girls with big butts and big titties, and like I like them to
I
look.
like women.
I like them to look like a porn star.
You
know,
yeah.
like I want them to be like built like a brick shit house.
Yeah, I don't really
you know?
think of it that hard. I think I just like women in general.
Yeah,
I don't really have a type. I can find pretty much something attractive about almost any woman.
yeah.
You know, I don't necessarily like big. Not to like shit on people that are big. I'm not.
Oh, I've done
But
it. Yeah,
it's not my thing.
I
It's
rode the
like-
bull. I rode the bull.
Yeah. I think I've been with like a few women that were a little bit bigger,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not like big. You
I
know?
will say this: I've had better sex with bigger girls.
Have you?
Oh yeah,
A lot of people tell me that.
Yeah,
I've had dudes tell me like, "Do you have any idea what that feels like to be with like a big woman?" And I'm like, "No," and they're like, "It's so good." And
Well,
I'm
I
like,
think
that's great.
I think
you know?
they're more sexually explorative.
Yeah?
You know, like I've like the girl that had like the perfect tits.
They do say
Dude,
that.
she was a fucking boring lay.
Yeah.
Dude, she was like missionary or like, you know, I'll do this little thing.
Well, I think
on
that
top of
just
it.
is
Like,
each individual.
wouldn't
person.
blow me. She wouldn't.
Oh,
do, like,
really?
Yeah, she was so fucking boring.
That's weird.
Dude, it was just like, it was. I get to look at her tits. That was it. It was like, you know, oh, okay, cool.
Maybe she
This will
just
be
was-
fun
Maybe
for the
she
next
just had a
50
lot of
years.
sexual hang-ups, you know.
Well, so to me, I think the better looking they are, a lot of times that happens.
I don't know.
I've met a lot of dude, in my lifetime, I've experienced some fucking 10s and 11s.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I don't know, maybe they were drunk or high or something. I don't know why they would touch me, a 3 or a 4, but they did. They did. I don't know. I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
But I also noticed that they were boring and like
Really?
very like particular. Like, oh, don't touch me like that. I don't. No, I don't want to.
Not to get too like revealing or anything, but I don't think I've ever been with anybody that, I mean, one girl I think I was with that I was like, man, this is like a job every time I do it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like other than that, I don't think I've ever really been disappointed with too many. Like, nah.
Dude, I think I think the best sexual experience. Now I might get in trouble. I hope to God my in-laws ain't listening.
I heard your podcast.
Dude, I was with a girl
Chris.
one time that had 100% alopecia.
Oh, you told me about this, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That girl was a goddamn demon. That
Yeah.
girl, holy shit, dude. Oh my God. And
demon.
it's so funny because she always uses, I'm a good little Christian girl. Shut the fuck up, lady. Just keep doing what you're doing. Dude, she was out of her fucking
That's
mind.
crazy.
You know, in public, you know, good little girl.
Yeah, but I
like,
think that's
dude,
a lot
behind
of
the
people.
door,
I think that's
holy
most
shit.
people, honestly.
Nah, I don't think so, man.
I do.
I don't think so.
I think, but then again, you could be on to something there. Sometimes, like, the better looking
But
a
maybe-
girl is, the weirder.
You know what though?
hang-up
Maybe
is.
the fucking 10s that I've been with, maybe they just didn't like me that much. Maybe they weren't.
Yeah, you never
really,
know. Maybe they're just
you know,
like, and I think that's
they
it.
were
like,
like, all
that's
right, let's
another
just
thing,
plow through
is
this.
like, you know, like for women, like it's a whole different world to be a woman than it is to be a guy.
Yeah.
And I think like,
You think I was a sympathy fuck?
oh no. I think like there's a lot of this this element to like, it's much easier for a guy to be satisfied
Oh,
than
yeah,
it is for
yeah.
a woman.
Well, we're a visual. I think
We're
that-
visual, and it's like, I mean, and not to sound too graphic, but listen, man, vagina is like
it's beautiful.
It's the end all be all.
It's beautiful.
Nothing feels better.
And you know what I always think is weird? I always think it's weird when dudes gravitate towards anal sex.
Why? What?
Why
for?
would you skip right over this
you're not.
moist, beautiful?
This is the perfect thing. Like, this is the end-all, be-all of existence right here. This is the best.
I honestly...
Not to put
and
it
I'm
up-
not putting anybody down in the gay community, because at least the gay community can be honest and say, dude, I love this.
Yeah.
But when a guy is like, I'm going to skip right over this
Nah.
nice, moist vagina and
no,
stick it in her butt.
That's weird.
Dude, you're a closet gay.
I don't think it's
closet
gay. No, I don't think it's gay. I think it's taboo. And I think people are kind of like...
Yeah, but I like breaking their balls, so I call them gay.
No, I don't think it's
Yeah.
gay. But I think it's like... What? Why would you prefer this to that?
I usually try to tell them, I think you should try fucking a guy in the butt.
Like, not
just
to get...
see,
listen,
just
this
to
is
see
like
if
going...
it feels the
This
same.
is getting wacky. But...
It always
Here's
does.
the thing, is like...
It always does.
My point is...
Do you enjoy it? Let's get weird here.
No, we're not going to get into all that. But listen, I'm not going to talk about anything too private.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
I can't do it. I feel guilty.
No,
I think it hurts. Dude, if I poop too big, it hurts. I don't want to...
Listen, I don't know. I can't say one way or the other.
You never sat down on a banana, man, and was like, oh, man, this hurts.
No. Listen, but let's get back to topic
What?
here. For women
Aliens.
and men.
Aliens.
No.
Or Christianity.
Fuck all that. Listen, we're talking about women and men here, dude. Fucking... The thing with chicks, all right? Like, we get down on chicks like you're like... You know, like, dudes obsess about, like, how many, like, dudes a chick has been with and stuff. And they're like,
when
I
they're
can't
young,
believe-"
they do.
Yeah, but, like, don't.
Yeah.
Don't obsess about it. Because, listen, a girl is just trying to fucking figure herself out.
Yeah,
And she
yeah.
has to try on these dudes.
So I
And-
meet younger guys.
You know how much bad sex a woman has compared to how much bad sex a dude has?
And maybe you're the one that she's having bad sex with.
Dude, she's having bad sex with 80% of the dude she's with.
Yeah.
You know, because, like, I don't know what it is, but, like, their vagina is, like, hooked up to their heart or something.
Dude,
There's an
it's-
emotional thing that goes on with it.
It's heaven. It's heaven. It's the best.
Yeah, it's crazy. But, like, dudes are kind of like, yeah, man, I could just, you know, get off and
Let's be
it's
realistic.
good.
The average guy could fucking come if you just said nice things to us.
Dude, a guy could fuck a catcher's mitt and be happy. You know?
So bring it back to the titties. Let me tell you something. In high school, dude, touching a girl's tit. I was so immature that in high school, touching a girl's tit
Right.
over the bra was close to coming for me. Like, dude, it was like,
There's
holy
a
shit.
dude, there was a element to, like, touching a girl that was like, are you even human? Like, there was, like, this electricity or, like, this fucking intangible fucking feeling that was like, if I brushed across you and my hand accidentally touched your ass,
Yeah.
it would be so ornamental and, like, so nothing.
Yeah.
You know? It would be like touching fucking
Yeah.
a table.
Yeah.
But if your hand touched a chick's ass,
Yep.
like, completely closed,
Yeah.
you were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then if you touched somebody's bare ass or their bare tit or something, or you just grabbed onto whatever fat you could grab on a woman, you were just like, fuck me. This is unbelievable.
Awesome! This is awesome!
Yeah, like, you're like, it was like so neurologically fucking pleasing.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to, like, a strip club
Yep.
and you touch the stripper or something. You're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, are you made of something different than the
So
rest
that's
of the
why.
world?
So I don't understand how guys continue to go to strip clubs for the rest of their lives.
Nah.
Like, I did it when I was in my 20s,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I was still a fucking hornball and wanted,
Right.
and, like, in my brain, even then I got annoyed because I was like,
You
oh,
going home with a sandwich.
dude, this chick is not
Right, she don't
coming
give a
with me.
fuck
She
about
ain't coming
me.
with me. She just took my whole paycheck, but
Yep.
she's not coming with me. You know,
I give
so
you
like
$20 for what?
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So, like, in my head, I quickly got annoyed with strip clubs because I was like, oh, you're not going to finish the job? This is a waste of money, you
Yeah.
know? And I know that sounds fucked up, but that's still, like, that was my thinking back then. So I was better off just hanging out in a regular bar, hitting on chicks or whatever.
Right.
And,
At least you were getting real world experience.
dude,
You're knowing,
It's
like,
crazy.
why you're getting rejected. You're knowing who would like you and who wouldn't like you. You know, instead of going to a strip club where the girl obviously is in a position where she's like, I have to earn money to feed somebody, or I have a problem or something.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why I'm here.
So I will say that my wife has, and I don't know, I might get in trouble for saying this, but my wife does not, she has no fear of me going to a strip club. She has told me many times, like, dude, if you want to go, you and your buddies, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. You're coming home to me. Don't worry.
Right.
I'll take care of things, you know?
I don't know.
And you know what, though? Like, but in my mind, maybe because I'm so frugal, dude,
it's a waste.
I don't want to give you my money.
No.
Like, dude, yes, you're beautiful. I know you got a drug problem or maybe some fucking college bills, but I don't want to give you my money.
Or maybe this is the job for you. I don't fucking know. But I don't know.
That's just me judging them harshly.
No, I know. I don't want to.
Maybe you're going to be a doctor. Maybe. But right now,
this is just
your
a stepping
tits
stone.
need to get smashed into my face. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I mean, look, when I was in my 20s, I had fun going to the strip club, but I always went in there with the mentality that, like, I'm going to act like a jerk off in here. Because I knew I wasn't going to go home with anybody.
Dude,
I'm going to go in there, I'm going to have fun.
So my one brother, and I'll try to keep it relatively anonymous, before he met his wife, when we were young guys, me and him had an apartment together, and we used to raise hell. We would go down to the local strip club, good old Lou Turks.
Yeah.
So he had like this fucking like infatuation with this Russian girl who
I know the Russian girl, the tall, skinny Russian girl with the blonde hair.
Skinny, blonde hair.
I remember her.
No tits, no ass. Dude,
She was pretty though.
Yeah, she was pretty, but dude, like I said, that was not my type of chick.
Yeah, you like the thicker girls.
So there was a waitress in there that I would have fucking
the girl that worked
big
behind
old
the
titties,
yeah, with the
bubble butt,
yeah, with the dark hair.
Short.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Dude, she was awesome.
Yeah.
Now I do know that she was like 15 years older than me.
Yeah, she was an older chick. But
she
I
was
cool
still,
though.
But that was the
I
other
forget
thing.
what the fuck her name was though.
She was so good at talking shit that I also loved that.
Yeah,
about
you
her.
like that personality.
Yeah, dude.
aspect,
She was like, oh yeah, she'll fucking run her mouth and talk shit. You know. So like, I was more interested in hanging out and talking to her
than you were with
the other
Russian girl that doesn't. Yeah.
So you remember back in the day, you couldn't throw money on the stage. They would dance for 2 songs and then come
walk
around. And
right. So
I was fucked up, and my brother's sitting right next to me. She comes up to me first, and they're doing their little routine of like pushing their tits together, and you're supposed to put money between them or whatever. And I belligerently, accidentally said, no, I'm only here to watch them dance. And like kind of blew her off.
Wow.
Dude, she got so fucking mad that she like told me, fuck you, rah, rah, and then like she walked away, skipped right over my brother. My brother was pissed at me because he's like, oh, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Rah, rah, rah. And I'm like, man, first of all, you have no fucking chance.
Yeah,
this is probably like an immigrant girl that's here going to school or something that like, dude, she wants nothing to do with you, you
She just
fucking
wants to
dummy.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
She's probably like, she probably walked in there
and
was
hates
like,
your
oh,
guts.
God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Took ingested something to get her through the fucking night.
Yep.
And then did what she had to do, took her money, and went the fuck home.
Yeah, man.
To wherever home was.
Yeah.
That was probably, whatever.
Yeah.
And had to come back and do it all over again. It was probably like, dude, if I had to take my fucking clothes off every fucking day, or a couple nights out of the week.
Yeah.
In front of strangers.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. Nowadays, me and a buddy of mine were talking about this the other day.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck because you're older.
Dude, I'm 42, and we were joking, but I think we were both like, dude, I'm fucking for real at this point.
But if your electric
do you know
bill
how much
dependent
money
on it.
Them people on, what is it called?
OnlyFans. They make a ridiculous amount of money doing nothing.
Dude, I sincerely thought in my head a few times,
maybe I should start an OnlyFans.
I'll fucking jerk off for these people. I don't give a shit, dude. I will fucking just jerk off all over this goddamn house. I don't fucking care anymore, dude. Dude, I'll do it for fucking $5,000 a week. These people are making, they're making 30, 40, 50 grand a week.
A week. That's like hitting the lottery.
Dude, I'll do it for 1/10 of that.
That's crazy.
1/10 of that. I'll fucking do it, dude. I'll do it for $5,000 a week. I could pay this fucking house off in 2 years if I did that.
Yep.
You know?
That's wild.
That's fucking crazy.
What
Meanwhile, I'm over here like climbing
Busting
this
my
fucking
dick.
crane. I'm like, dude, my fucking shoulder hurts, man.
Yeah.
There's some fucking girl that's just like fucking ba-dam,
Yeah.
just smacking
I
that
think
little
like if
puss.
I make $500-$600 extra a week, I'm doing fucking great. And there's somebody out there just fucking doing nothing.
But it's dickheads like us that are giving our money to them. That's how they.
Not me.
Not me either.
me.
That's how fucking cheap I am.
No.
I knew a girl.
I'm not fucking
I'll admit
subscribing
this.
to an OnlyFans.
I knew a girl. It was $20 a month to subscribe to her. That's it. It's $20. And I was so curious to like see how crazy is she getting on here? Like, dude.
Right.
So I know this girl. I know her personally.
Oh,
and
wow.
she flies all over the world and like she'll go and stay in Aruba in this giant fucking house, or like she'll fly to fucking Dubai and like live in a goddamn condo up on the top of the fucking building. And then like she's staying in beautiful fucking places. I am jealous. Like her traveling is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know she does that.
Right.
And she does go there occasionally and meet guys and makes content. And you think to yourself, so there's a part of me that's fucking curious. And I'm like, for $20,
Right.
I can kind of see what the fuck is this girl up to. I'm so cheap that I didn't do it. I was like, dude, I'm not. And that's sincere. That's not some bullshit that I'm saying publicly. No, it's for real. $20 is too much for me to witness.
Dude, I think about that all
Pornhub
the
is
time.
free. It's free. I can jerk off for hours and hours and hours
Dude,
on Pornhub.
Do you know how fucking like crazy I get? Just like if I have a hobby and I want to order something, or I pre-order something that hasn't come out yet, and I pre-order it, I will have pre-ordered it and canceled it like 7 times before I finally decide I either want to buy this or I don't want to. You know, like it's like I don't want to spend money on anything, and I'm not cheap.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a cheap guy.
Yeah, well, when I do spend money, I spend money on big things.
Right.
So, like, I'm the opposite. I don't really buy little stuff. Like, I don't use Amazon no more.
Yeah.
And I have stuff saved in my cart that I want that's pretty cheap. It's tools that I need, like these specialty tools. But I guess I'm the same way. It'll sit in that cart until I actually fucking need the tool.
Right.
And then I'll hit, okay, send it to me. I need this thing by, like, fucking next Friday.
Right.
But I'm the opposite. I save up my money and I buy big things. I mean, you see how many fucking cars I have, you know? And then a lot of the times it's like a snowball effect. So I have this Camaro right now that I fixed. I'll sell that.
And you buy
I'll buy something else that's a little bit, more valuable. Fix that. Sell that. Buy something even more valuable. And then at some point, I'll own something that's worth a lot of money. And everybody's going to go, how did you do that?
Right.
Well, I just kept snowballing, the fucking thing until it got bigger.
Right.
So.
Because I wondered that too. When I saw you got the truck, I was like, man, how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
But, it's not my business
we
either.
did it. We just went out and bought it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, the fucking trick is pretty, dude.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, man.
So what are we calling this one? The alien titties? Aliens,
I don't know,
tits?
man. I want you to watch that documentary, though, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to watch that. They have so many different ones that are
I think we should name this one something off the wall that, like, has nothing to do with this episode.
Nothing at all, huh?
Yeah, let's call it, like...
well, I think it's, like, going to be one of the few that we actually put up the same day that we recorded it.
Yeah, what time is it?
I don't think we have one.
It's got to go up in half an hour.
Yeah, we don't have... Well, not necessarily, but we don't have an episode this week.
Yeah?
I mean, we do now, but...
We do now.
Yeah.
We got to get back in the booth, man.
Yeah. I fucking... Dude, I, like, fell off the face of the
I know.
earth.
I thought you didn't like me anymore. That's how I think.
That's kind of how I fucking felt when you called me. I was like, he must think like I don't want to talk to him or something. Because I hadn't talked to you in weeks.
I actually saw your Facebook post or something that said that you...
Instagram.
You said you were feeling sick and...
Dude, I've been sick. No bullshit.
Yeah.
2 to 3 weeks.
It's the aliens.
Like nonstop sick.
Or maybe it's Christianity.
And even days that I feel better, I wake up the next day sick.
Yeah.
Or like my stomach has been exploding for a fucking day, and then it hasn't. It's like...
What do you mean explode? You're like taking big explosive shits?
It's like I just have like this virus that is like... When I think it's gone, it comes back.
So I've been dealing with this thing, this head cold.
Yeah.
and my ears.
My ears are plugged.
Yeah, dude.
My ears have been plugged for fucking 2 weeks.
So I have like leftover antibiotics, and I swear to God, dude, I've been like taking them to clear it up. And then
does
like,
it work?
Well, it does for a little bit. When it gets
and then
bad,
it comes back.
When it gets bad, it does for a little bit, but then it comes back.
I literally feel like my head is like underwater.
Yeah.
And it's like I can hear things coming in, but I can't hear my voice going out.
I would get checked, and you might have like an ear infection or something going on.
I've called my doctor
dude,
over and over
I have
again.
never gotten ear infections ever in my fucking life.
I've been putting Flonase up my nose.
So that's what I did before we came down here.
And shit.
Yeah, I've been clearing out my sinuses and I think it's because the weather keeps going up and down. You know,
it's crazy, man. Like
yeah.
it's like when I think I'm better, I'm actually sicker. Or
I think it's because of artificial intelligence, which we're going to talk about on our next
yeah,
episode.
AI. I don't know shit about it.
That's why we're going to talk about it.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to hear music now?
Yeah. Thanks for listening to Renaissance Man-Child. Renaissance Man-Child is a Yardbird Tuna production. If you enjoyed the show, please like, follow, and share. Any ideas or suggestions, feel free to reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, shit!
Mm-hmm. You talk good.